gamers, Matt Lemke with your gamer goggles, and this is take 2 of the Spartan Games interview because this guy's got a small voice.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. You know, there's a lot of noise. He wasn't heard, so we're filming it again. And we're going to talk about pretty much everything there is Spartan Games. We're going to go ahead and start with Uncharted Seas. It's been effectively on hiatus, or we could say vacation, holiday.
Removed from the distribution channel, but not removed from the company.
That's another way to say it. But
yeah, what you said is nicer. But yeah, it's in simple terms. It was it basically left the distribution channel, and we took it to mail order only.
Yep. And you're going to have
an updated version will be coming out by Christmas. Yes. Basically, it's something that I promised myself quite a while ago, that I would basically come back to the product and that I would attempt to do version 3, take a look at the models and rework the engine to speed it up, play bigger games, add magic. So generally speaking, it's had a good overhaul. So Derek Sinclair, who helped me design Halo and Planetfall and Disturbing Us 2, we took a break from Halo a little while back, and we rewrote the engine. So we had great fun.
And are you just going to revisit the models, or?
Yeah, revisit. I mean, basically the reboot of the rules, for want of a better expression, is going to be a free download. So anybody who's got existing models will be able to just go and get it. Every single model that was previously made for the game will be statistically rebuilt for the new engine. And then the new models that we're looking at will be an interesting departure for folk, but I want to keep that one a little bit secret for a little while. I'll roll that out later in the month, but the rules themselves will be fully compatible with every ship that everybody out there's got.
Okay. And then I guess we can move to Firestorm Armada, which has got some cool things in the works.
Yeah, we've been busy. I mean, we launched it a while ago now. In fact, Matt, my production manager, who's over there, he joined the company to create Firestorm Armada for us. First month we released that was 44,000 spaceships he had to make in his first month of employment for me, which was a lot. It nearly broke him.
Good.
Yeah, good for him as well.
That's right,
good
it's
for
good.
So yeah, Firestorm came out, did very well. Was 1.5, and then it started to require an enhancement because the game had ballooned in size in terms of models, but the scalability of the engine wasn't necessarily dealing with the number of models we had. So we went back to version 2.0, and a guy called Christopher Worth worked with me on it, and we generated 2.0, and 2.0 just absolutely accelerated the product. It exploded in sales, does very well for us, very well established. Lots of expansion, new ships. We're now building all of the new Alliance fleets, then we'll move on to all the new Marauders, then we've got some special box sets coming out next year, such as the Fall of Dramos. What else? And then of course within that there was the work that we did on Planetfall, which is our 10-mil scale ground combat, which is a great system written by Derek Sinclair, and is all about mass combat. Now, you know, it's one of those things where I had a real kind of bee in my bonnet about creating a proper 10-mil scale game. I wasn't trying to build Games Workshop Epic. You know, I mean, you know, I appreciate what they did with the marketplace with Epic. It was a great game, but I wasn't trying to be Epic. You know, I very much built a game that was targeted at a customer base of 10-mil enthusiasts. 10-mil is a great ground scale, so you know, I wanted to be able to build vehicles that looked like they could dominate a planet, that they could shatter a city. And also, you know, tanks have got more than one crew. You know, tanks are multi-crewed. They've got several folk inside them, so they need to look as if they can house multiple crew. They've got to look, you know, an APC's got to look as if it can carry a bunch of dudes, or in our case, a bunch of lizards or a bunch of spider dudes. It was very important for us to just create their aesthetic and create their models. And then of course we take them all the way up to the huge big battle mechs, the huge big kind of gigantic,
they're big
Leviathans. You know, well, you know, absolutely, they're big boys, because you know, if you're going to call something a Leviathan, you need to make a model that is worthy of the name.
That's right. I agree with that. And then the newest of all, which is not, well, it's kind of here if you somehow can teleport to the War Store booth. Because this morning Halo sold out in about 1 minute and 20 seconds. 12. They actually timed it. I guess.
The reason we timed it was on the first day of the show it sold out in 20 minutes, and the second day of the show it sold out in 5 minutes. So we thought, well, we're curious. So somebody was there watching and videoing because it seemed like an amusing thing to do. And 1 minute 12 seconds they were gone, all the stock. So unfortunately we're going into day 4 of Gen Con, and we've wiped out. Our mail order store, and also War Store's mail order store has been glowing red hot with people pre-ordering, well not pre-ordering but buying it. And there's a telephone, look at that.
That's what that always
somebody else wants
and look, I don't even know how to answer it. Hey, I'll be right back.
I'll just do a song and a dance. See you, Halo. I mean, you know, we've got Dystopian Wars, which is a 2.0 as well for us, which is a great game. We've got Dystopian Legions. So it's kind of fleshing out our universe in a big planet that we've had, and making sure that we've got, you know, lots of assets, lots of models, and lots of books and things and background. And of course, yeah, I suppose this Gen Con has been very much about showing ourselves and being here. This is our first visit as a trader, which has been, you know, monumentally successful and huge fun. I mean, there's a lot of very cool companies here with a lot of very cool things, you know.
Do they have anything this big in the UK?
No. We have a show called Salute, which is probably the biggest, which is Eclipse. The thing that you guys have got here that probably beats Salute down is we've got the fan base and the people who are enthusiasts, and on a pro rata basis it's a big event, but from the number of traders here, Eclipse is the number of traders there. So it's a great event. We recently went there again as a trader. We've been very, very good at making models and keeping ourselves to ourselves. Whereas you know, nowadays I think it makes, because we've got so many customers over here in America, it makes sense for us to be at places like Gen Con, like Adepticon, and also, you know, in sort of hopefully places like Penny Arcade and other events across America during 2016. And obviously we'll be working with Microsoft on our event portfolio. But no, this one's been interesting. I am thoroughly worn out after 3 days. My vocal cords feel like I've exercised them and took them on a marathon and 2. My feet do not like me anymore. So yeah, no, it's been great. It's been absolutely cool, and the reaction we've had to Halo has been. I couldn't have asked for more. Really, I couldn't have asked for better.
Well, it's good that you came back to Halo, because there's an interesting story behind Halo that you have to share.
Well, which one? There's so many.
The origin. A friend who knew a friend who knew a friend.
I was having a conversation with somebody, and they said, you know, what IP would you like to do? And I said, well, you know, the IP that I would really like would be Halo. And he fortunately knew somebody who worked in the licensing industry, and she then said, well, I know somebody at Microsoft. So the phone call or email was made, and then we had a conference call. We had a fantastic call with the guys there. And then they obviously did the homework, they checked us out, they asked around the franchise team if anybody knew us, and some guys over there played Dystopian Wars and Firestorm. Yeah, you know, a little company in England suddenly found itself working with 343, which is pretty crazy stuff. Yeah. I mean, crazy. I mean, they have been super to work with. I mean, their relationship is very much a joint development process. I know that's an easy thing to say, you know. It's very easy for somebody who's licensed to say it's a joint project. But in a lot of instances, it's not a joint project. It's just a case of, you know, you give them money and they give you some asset, you go away and make a project. And I don't believe that that's the way to do these things. With 343, because of what we're working on with them in terms of new models, actually, when I say new, they've built all of this in their heads. They have concept work and they have documentation that builds these models. And so they know that there is a heavy cruiser, they know there's a battleship, but they perhaps never realised it in a game format. but in the background and the notes and the planning, these things exist. What we got to do is then work with them to realise those as real objects. So with their assistance, with their help and their guidance, that sort of steady hand on the tiller, we were allowed to make these models.
And they're your first plastics.
They are, yes. I mean, we have a very, very skilled set of CAD artists who are immensely talented, who knew the process. We knew exactly how to do it. We've been evaluating projects of our own to do in plastic that we've been looking at, and that will come out in 2016. But with Halo, the volumes that we're shipping made immense sense to go plastic, because otherwise, keeping up with it. Well, the volume is tremendous, and I mean, even now, the first drop of models that arrived was hundreds of thousands of spaceships.
And it's the fleet game.
And it's the fleet game,
it's not the game with Master Chief.
No, it's just the first game. Unfortunately, Microsoft kindly let us have 2 games. So this is just the spaceships, So we built some very high-end, precise precision tools. There have been generators. I mean, these molds will run 1 million times. They are very, very high quality molds. They are the top end. And the detail level we had to create for them was important, because they knew how they wanted their models to look, and we had to perform to that. So there's nothing wishy-washy about these molds. They're good. With the ground game, it's even more complicated because of the number of the options that are open to us. Because I know that people think that Halo is just is the Covenant and the UNSC, but there's so much to both of those factions. There's so, I mean, we are looking at we're having discussions about pirate fleets that belong to the Covenant realm, to the Covenant alliance. Sorry, that are options. There's the whole kind of Covenant war, where the Covenant goes to war with itself, and then, you'll be able to have allied fleets between the UNSC and the Covenant fighting Covenant. And then we've got the Forerunners and the Flood. There's so much to do and so much fun in this universe. It's fantastic. It's hugely exciting.
Not only for you.
No.
For the whole, all of fandom is.
Judging by the reaction we've had over the last 3.5 days, I mean, it's been. I couldn't have written a script to deliver it better. It would have been. If I'd actually said, how I wanted my days to go, I would have understated it. And then today we had Cortana and Master Chief arrive. That was cool. Yeah,
amazing.
And that was great fun. So. Yes, in fact I'll be having dinner with them tonight, so I'm having dinner with Master Chief tonight.
I'm going to have to come over and get some photos.
Well, maybe.
Sounds good.
It'll be fun. It'll be very pleasant.
Right. Anything you want to add?
No, thanks for having the chat. I mean, we've had an incredible Gen Con. I hope you've had a good Gen Con. Again, we're still here on the Sunday. I don't know when this video is going up, but if anybody else wants to come and say hi, then we are loving meeting people.
That's right, they are. Thank you guys.
Cheers everyone.
Thank you.
Thanks,